The Icons of Real Estate podcast. Are you ready to learn the proven money-making secrets from EXP's top-producing icon agents? If you are an ambitious EXP agent ready to skyrocket your business, this podcast is for you. Tune in every week with your host, Tomas Fonseca, and find out how to implement proven strategies to 10 times your EXP business, from $3 million to $30 million in just 12 months. Brought to you by the Masters in Real Estate Marketing, Arter SEO.
Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the EXP Realty Masters podcast, brought to you by the Real Estate Masters Summit. Today with us, we have John Giacobbe, team lead at the Giacobbe Group, powered by EXP Realty. Yeah, 3 times icon agent himself, is the San Antonio top realtor, and he has helped hundreds of agents throughout San Antonio and the United States to excel at selling more homes and creating freedom through real estate with his free agent success program. Today, we'll have a bit of that free agent success program here on the podcast today. Welcome to the show, John.
Thank you, Tomas. It's a pleasure being here as always, and talking about something today that I'm very passionate about is EXP Realty and what it's done for myself, for my family, and for a lot of the other agents that we partnered with here. So I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, that's the passion that we want to achieve, John. So usually we start with the real estate journey. So please, if you tell the story, not the whole story because we don't have all day, but maybe the medium version.
Well,
story.
It's been a long road, a long journey, and a lot of learning throughout the years. So over 10 years in selling real estate. I started off as before I got into real estate, I was a personal trainer, and I was helping people at the gym, and I had just bought my first home, and I decided, well, this is something I might be interested in. And so that's kind of where I was before I got into real estate. I was trying to get a job promotion at the gym. They wouldn't let me get to that assistant personal trainer position. And then so I decided to get my real estate license and started off doing a bunch of rental properties. And then I finally got my first sale, reinvested a lot of that commission back into online marketing. And I was able to grow my business that way at first. Really, I was at a small boutique brokerage, Ultima Real Estate, great company, great people. I've been through so much. I've tried everything. I did whatever I could do, but I pretty much, at first I was just doing online leads. I was turning online leads. I was not really focusing on the relationship aspect of the business. I was just kind of turning and burning them. This was when Zillow was still pretty cheap, this was back in the day. So, but overall, I've kind of found the importance of relationships and cultivating great relationships with my clients. And before I got started here at EXP Realty, I was actually trying to build a team of my own. I really didn't know what the heck I was doing. So the team made my life harder, not easier. But I had an opportunity to actually join the #1 team here in San Antonio and I took that as an opportunity to learn. And, huge appreciation for Dayton Schrader and his team. That's where I really learned about the importance of relationships and learned about systems and processes and teams. And, so excited that was over at Remax. I joined EXP Realty and now I'm excited that Dayton and his team, like shortly after I joined, they came over to EXP. So that kind of confirmed that I made the right move. And so here I am today. We've got a small team of agents here in San Antonio. We're over $15 million in sales. And we're rock and rolling. 3-time icon agent, helped a ton of families, built my business on online leads and relationships.
Nice. And you're here in EXP Realty also to learn with the best, so you can do it yourself. So you're creating your own team now. I hope they're easing your life instead of making it harder.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of people want to jump into team building, and even myself, I I thought at first that bigger is better, but it's not really always that. It's more about having quality agents and people that you put people in place as you need them, as the business continues to grow. And so we, I've made the mistake in the past by growing too fast at first, and I had to scale back in order to move forward. And that's been kind of a common theme in my business is sometimes you have to scale back a little bit, and then you have a breakthrough, to the next level.
Exactly. And can you tell us a bit more about the Giacobbe Group culture and the way you guys work and train, and what is your focus? Is it attraction? Is it agent attraction? Is it more production? Let us know.
We are primarily production based. We have three core principles, and I see you've got digital expansion and sales. We are expansion, expedience, and expertise. So playing
Similar.
off the EXP, so expansion, we're always looking to grow our business, expand on our relationships. Expedience, we want to handle our lead flow fast, get to people quickly. We don't want to be the cause of a kink in the pipeline. And then expertise, we want to be experts in the business. We want to serve people at the highest level, and we want to, but it's not really attraction based. We focus on sales. Sales is number one. Attraction is just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I do know what you mean, and it's good to have that focus well aligned with all the teams, so you can bring more millions in sales, and if up on the road you decide to attract more agents, you decide to attract more agents. But I'm glad you have that fixed. And so you said you're kind of an expert here on the online marketing world. What would you say is the most efficient strategy that you use to generate leads?
Well, personally, I know your SEO company, Tomas, and SEO has been my strongest suit is especially on using my website. We do hyper local search optimization, to really get leads that are local leads that are looking for either move up programs or lease buyout programs. Or so if you Google search San Antonio move up program, we're number one, and we're the top ranking search on Google. We've built pages out for a lot of the builders. So that was something that I was always, going into building a team. The team that I was on before, they do a lot of new construction, but they get the business from the builder. But I was thinking, how can I get to the lead first? How can I get them before they get it to the builder? And everybody's doing, they're doing online research. So, having our website pop up when people search for a specific builder neighborhood, that's something I really focused on, and it's driven a lot of business for us. And that's all the stuff that required the work. Of course, we do pay for a little bit of marketing through Zillow, not very much, but the primary thing is that SEO business, man. That is a big driver for our sales.
Nice. And do you do the SEO yourself, or do you hire an agency to do it for you?
I trial and error. so a lot of work involved, and I've experimented with a lot. It's something I'm passionate about, and I know the importance of SEO, and for most, I've tried to explain to a lot of people what it is that we do with SEO, and it goes in one ear and out the other. So yeah, so I think but that's the advantage, for a marketing company or for an agent that takes time to learn. And you can learn about all this stuff on YouTube, really, but it's all time and intensive, and trying different things and seeing what works, and it's trial and error. They're always changing the algorithms, and you probably know a ton about that stuff and what it takes, but yeah, I've done a lot. I've done all of it actually myself, but it was a process, kind of figuring out what it is that works and what doesn't work, so we just continuing to take swings at bat.
Yeah, and even if it's you doing it yourself or you hiring an agency, it's still an investment. Just in one side is an investment in money, on the other side is investment in time. But if you get the results you want, there you go. There's nothing better than that.
Well, the beauty of investing your time in doing something like this is that once you've invested the time, then that time continues to work for you. If you crack the code of SEO, so you can spend your time doing things that can, unlike posting on Facebook and having it get buried down in the feed, SEO and online content lives on the internet forever. So that's why I love it. And that's why I'm passionate about it, is because we're spending our time where it continues to perpetuate.
Yeah, that's a very, very good word, perpetuate. And yeah, that's why we also work with SEO, because we do believe in it, and we do believe in the power that it has in order to scale a real estate business. So we can bring here a bit more value with it. I see you had a Google My Business profile going for you. Can you try to explain why is it important to have a Google My Business set up for your real estate company?
People are always searching for stuff locally. I think Google My Business is important, but having those reviews on there and outperforming your competitors on reviews is what gets you into the 3 or 4 pack. I don't know, is it a 3-pack now? The Google My Business 3-pack, the ones that pop up at the top, So I get calls from that occasionally, but I don't know how Google does it, but they find who are the agents that have an address close to you. If you have a Google My Business with a ton of reviews and a profile set up with pictures and everything, then they tend to like you a lot, and they put you in front of people who are searching for exactly for what we do. So I think that's why it's important, is because you want to be the answer to someone's question.
Exactly. And that's you said it all when you said it. If Google likes it, because that's it. You're on SEO, and in Google, you're working for Google. You're trying to
pretty much
to pleasure Google and pray that he likes you. Because if he likes you, he'll get you there where you need to be, which is in front of the researchers, of the keywords, and of course of the Google My Business profiles, so you can get the hot leads that you need.
Yeah, it's all about building quality content, and yes, it takes time, but they want easily digestible, readable stuff that grabs your attention and has pictures that are tagged and video, because YouTube and Google are same company pretty much. So yeah, and that's all stuff that we've kind of experimented with, and it takes a combination of all those little elements to get a page to really rank, but it's work. It's definitely work but it's work that continues to live on. And I think that's what's so powerful about it. You don't want to keep recreating the wheel.
No. Don't reinvent the wheel. We're always saying that. What about SEM, which is search engine marketing? What do you mean, AdWords or Google Ads? Do you use it at all? Have you trial and error that?
I've dabbled a little bit. I'm not huge into the search engine marketing. I had a stint of time where I was doing a lot of social media, like paid advertising until I think it was a couple of years ago. Facebook kind of made it really hard for agents to target market their. But I think that there's definitely a powerful opportunity there, especially with hyperlocal searches that happen for real estate. You can get people on exactly what they're looking for. You can be the answer to their question, and I think I think Google is definitely the place for a marketer to do. If you're going to drop a couple $100, search engine marketing with Google, that's one thing I haven't invested too much time in learning.
Mhm.
It can be confusing, and there's a lot that goes into it, a lot of variables. But I think there's an opportunity there. There's a real opportunity, and it may take hiring a professional that really does it all day. As agents, we're busy out with the clients and following up with the leads. So I think that there's always an opportunity to work with a marketing agency to optimize that. This is kind of complex.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's why people outsource it. But I don't know if you know one statistic is only 15% of Google users actually click on ads. So even if you are at the top of the top because you're paying for it, people don't actually trust the ads. Because if you see for yourself or audience here listening, if you actually Google something, you just go over the ads because like, oh, they're
Usually,
ads.
yeah.
Just over the ads because you actually want a website, a trustable authority website that is there to answer your question and necessities. So only 15% actually click on ads. So at the other 85%, they are basically delivered to the power of SEO. So that's why we, in our agency, we do SEO as our main strategy. We use search engine marketing in terms of short-term goals, because if you want to get results for next week, yeah, you can use search engine marketing. But if you want results for the next few months and for the rest of your life, you should use search engine optimization. It's as simple as that.
What are the thoughts on retargeting? Like retargeting your SEO traffic, and do you think that that's better on like a social media retargeting, or where do you typically see the results? Out of curiosity, because retargeting, I know it's powerful, and there's it's a little different than search engine marketing, I think. So what is your take on retargeting marketing, Tomas?
So it's a simple process that we take care of the websites. So it's basically, you get traffic. It's a numbers game. So you get traffic, you get website traffic into your website. Then that's already a percentage of the Google users, a very small one. And then from those website traffic, you're going to try to convert them into leads. Because obviously this is not real estate, is not e-commerce, right? They're not going to buy a t-shirt. They're buying a house. They're not going to buy a house like that online in 2 seconds, right? So you first need to convert into a lead. And how do we do that? We actually use lead magnets, which is basically the money making of our industry in SEO, is bringing attention to the page and capturing the lead. Once you have the lead on you, you basically own that contact. You can nurture it. So that's where you go for the nurture campaign, where you do the prospecting, where you do the after calling, and you try to educate the lead to actually going towards your offer, your product. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. You can, when you said, what do you think about this and that, you can always trial and error, like you said, John, because we also have done that in the past, but we have a very specific system to get your message in front of your ideal customer. And we don't trial and error that much anymore, because we know it works and we know it doesn't, and that's why we work well in this industry. That's why. And yeah, is there any other marketing efforts that you use to scale your business other than SEO and SEM and Zillow?
Well, I mean, obviously the relationship aspect is huge with real estate. I think that, especially whenever it comes to a lot of agents out there want to get listings. Of course, listings are the name of the game. So I think a lot of people won't trust anybody they just find online. They're going to go with somebody that they are referred to, especially you're talking, okay, my house, I'm going to sell my house. And that is something that people are emotionally tied to a lot of times. there's always the emotional aspect with real estate. It's very emotional. And I think people are going to want to trust people that are referred to them by relationship. So obviously, the two things that I have really, I think direct mail marketing to people that people that like, sending letters of the heart, evidence of success postcards to people that I know is been a huge way to stay in front of people, because unlike digital, unlike doing it online, people, once you send them a letter, it goes in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
And having something tangible hit their mailbox on a monthly basis has been a huge driver of my listing business, because
Nice.
it's targeting people that already have had an experience with myself, or people who are friends or family. So consistently mailing to the people. Now, one of the things that when it comes to scaling it, okay, so how do you scale letter of the heart? That's been like letter of the heart's kind of a personal thing, and so one of the things that I have done the last 2 months, well, actually November will be the second month I do this for a few of my teammates. I started writing letter of the heart in a way that anybody on my team, anybody in my revenue share organization could send the same letter of the heart. They just need to swap out the picture and then go to, I think it's letterstream.com.
Mm-hmm.
There's a website there, and then they can send out letter of the heart, and you don't even have to sit and write it, because I'm writing it in a manner that's not just so personal, but it's more like, hey, this is an inspiring message from John, or this is an inspiring message from Andrew, or this is an inspiring message from Linda, but it's, so that's where I had to make the shift is to scalability is like, how do you scale letter of the heart? You write it so that you can get the same feels, but it doesn't have to be so personal to John Giacobbe to get the same response out of it. Last one I wrote last month, great response. I have one ready for November now. So I'm excited about that, because I've been telling people for years, all the agents I brought in, hey, you need to write letter of the heart. Nobody, zero have done it, but now I've found a way to make it so easy that they can't fail.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to do that,
Yeah, and you gotta be creative, as you said. It's all about relationships as well, and it's a very personal industry. And of course, direct mail, it may seem like it's the 90s and nobody uses it, but people still check their mail. People sometimes check more their mail than their email inbox. So that's obviously a good way to go. And actually,
I get direct mail too from realtors, but I don't even know who the heck they are. They're just sending to the whole entire neighborhood. But if it's somebody that I'm like, I don't ever get. It would be really impactful if I got a letter every now and again. Then other than just bills and advertisements.
Yeah. I'm not talking about the advertisements.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about a more personal approach, and yeah, that love letter is from the heart. Yeah, it's really a good idea. I would maybe give you an advice if you send a lumpy mail. So lumpy mail it doesn't look like a letter. It looks like there's something inside, and even if you may spend a little bit more on each contact, on each existing client, but you will get their attention like 50 times more, because even if it's just a damn box of chocolates worth $3.99, like you'll get there more like, oh, this chocolates was provided by the Giacobbe team, and I hope you're fine in this Christmas time, something like that. I don't know. Happy Thanksgiving.
To add to that, Tomas, we're coming to the end of the year. One thing that I've been doing for years now is, we're here in San Antonio, Texas. So, everybody, or there's a lot, I wouldn't say everybody, but most everybody loves the San Antonio Spurs here. They're the basketball team, the world champion San Antonio Spurs. So what I've been doing for years is I send out a Spurs calendar magnet at the
Nice.
end of the year. So that is, it's lumpy mail.
Yeah.
It's a lumpy mail, so people open it, and then it's a calendar magnet, so you get those in-home impressions every single day,
Yeah.
and it's the spurs, so they don't throw it away.
No, that's a sin if you throw it away.
Yeah. So
So
I every time I go to a listing appointment, I see my calendar magnet on the
nice.
fridge.
That's a good idea. So John, tell us, where do you go from here? What are your goals?
Absolutely. So, being a shareholder in the company has been really good to us. Of course, EXP has done really great as a company, and I am excited to get more into the investing side of the business. That's something that has kind of always piqued my interest, but I never really had the capital to take advantage of those opportunities. Um, so, um, so really, I want to continue to sell homes and help my clients, but I do want to get a little bit more into the investment side of real estate, and also to I think the power of passive income is huge, and I think that you can never, as an agent, really get off the rat race of selling real estate, because it's a hustle. It's a hustle and it's a grind. You're always in the car, you're always driving around, and it's I think that building more passive income through attracting and helping those agents actually be productive and sell more homes. Also building passive income through both real assets and digital assets, and also continuing to do what I do, but being able to balance out my income so that way I can have more freedom of time is really the goal. Moving forward is finding ways to continue to do what I'm doing, but slowly. I'm kind of at that point now where I'm slowly scaling back my sales as I increase my passive income through agent attraction and through reinvesting some of that stock money into some cash flowing Airbnbs and real assets, and I've been making a ton of cash flow off of digital assets, staking cryptocurrencies, and so right now I've been kind of in a place where I'm not 100% just sales. It's like, how can I turn the revenue from my sales and take that money and put it in other things that explode that money's value, and then reinvest that exploded value into cash flowing properties, both digital and real property. So really, I'm starting to kind of get myself off the rat race of just having to rely solely on sales. And, really my goal is to get to a position where I can sell if I want to, but I don't have to. And it's been very liberating to have a client that's having a difficult client say, hey, I'm sorry, go find another agent. So I think that's exciting. That's the opportunity, is being able to not sell because I have to, but sell because I love it, and I sell because I want to, and not have to deal with this client that's a pain in the butt, because I have options, and because that cash flow is getting stronger. So I think that's where we go from here, is continue to make that transition to where we take the stocks, and you got to work your way off of the constant of real estate. It's a hustle and a grind. So, but yeah, EXP's been the key to that. So I'm excited.
Yeah, you seem like you're going to be a very proactive investor, and you seem to really go for a lot of sources of income, and that's how people actually get rich. And yeah, if you're into investing and you don't have the cash flow, the capital to it, there's all these syndications to go for it. You can even if you don't have any money, you can organize the syndication yourself You don't even need to put
Sure.
any capital. So there's always opportunities. There's no excuse not to create a passive income. And yeah, I hope you can make it, John.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate the invitation, Tomas. It has been a pleasure.
Yeah, the pleasure is all ours, John. Just let us know, how can our audience reach you?
So if you want to go visit my website, it's ghsanantonio.com. Of course, if you need to reach out to me directly, or if you have either a client or somebody, or if you personally are moving to the San Antonio market, you can call me directly as well. It's 210-857-6942, or just visit my website, ghsanantonio.com. All of my contact information is there on the website. If I can ever do anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you have any questions about any of the stuff we've gone over, then feel free to give me a call and or shoot me a text.
That's it, John. And yeah, thanks for coming. It was a pleasure talking with you about SEO and the power of it. And yeah, let's reconnect soon.
Okay,
Have a good
great.
one.
Thank you, Tomas.
Thank you,
everybody.
bye.